Greetings of the day, welcome to Overseas Admit. If you're planning to study abroad, work internationally, or even migrate to another country, you have probably heard about one exam again and again, that is IELTS. But here's the problem. Most students have heard the name, but they don't actually understand what IELTS really is, how the exam works, or how they should even start preparing. So in this video, I'm going to give you a complete introduction to IELTS in the simplest way possible. And by the end of this video, you'll clearly understand what IELTS is, how the exam is structured, what each section includes, and how scoring works. So what exactly is IELTS? IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. Now, don't get confused by the long name. In simple words, IELTS is an exam that checks how well can you use English in real life situations. It tests your ability to listen in English, read in English, write in English, and speak in English. And this exam is required if you want to study abroad, apply for jobs internationally, or migrate to countries like Canada, UK, or Australia. Now, you might be thinking, where is IELTS actually accepted? The answer is almost everywhere. Countries like Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and many more accept IELTS score. In fact, thousands of universities and hundreds of organizations worldwide use IELTS to check your English level. So once you clear IELTS, your doors to multiple countries are now open. Now, here's something very important that many students don't know. There are two types of IELTS. First, IELTS academic. This is for students who want to study in the universities abroad. Second, IELTS general. This is for the people who want to migrate or to work in another country. So before you start preparation, you must be clear which type of IELTS do you need because the format is slightly different. Now let's understand how the exam is structured. IELTS has four sections: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Each section tests a different English skill, and your final score is based on all the four sections combined. So now let us talk about the listening section first. First is the listening section. In this section, you will hear audio recordings and you have to answer 40 questions. The total time is around 30 minutes. But you also get 10 minutes extra to apply your answers in your answer sheet. Now, here's something more important. The audio is only played once. The audio will have monologue, conversations, etc. So you have to stay very focused. You will hear different accents like British, Australian, American. So at first, it may feel a little difficult, but with practice, it becomes much easier. Next section is reading. Again, you will get 40 questions and the time is 60 minutes. You will be given passages to read and questions based on them. Questions like filling the blanks, match the heading, true or false, etc. Now, here's the difference. In academic IELTS, the passages are more complex and academic in nature. In general IELTS, the passages are simpler and based on everyday situations. The biggest challenge here is time management because many students run out of time. Now, let's talk about the third section, that is the writing section. The section also lasts for 60 minutes and you have to complete two tasks. Task 1 is in academic IELTS, you have to describe a graph, chart, or a diagram, say a precise diagram, a bar graph, a pie chart, or a line graph. But in general IELTS, you have to write a letter. Next is task 2. You have to write an essay on any given topic. This section will check your grammar, your vocabulary, that is your lexical resource, and how clearly you can express your ideas. Now comes the last section, that is the speaking section. This is the section which many students worry about. But let me tell you something. This can actually be your highest scoring section. The speaking test is a face-to-face interview with an examiner. It lasts around 11 to 14 minutes and it is again divided into three parts. Part 1 is basic introduction and simple questions. They just ask you about yourself. For example, where did you come from? Or what is your name? Etc. Part 2, you speak on any given topic for 2 minutes. And part 3, it is a deeper discussion related to that topic. It feels more like a natural conversation, not a strict exam. So if you practice well, you can score very high here. Now let's talk about IELTS scoring. IELTS uses a band system that is from 0 to 9. Each section gets you a band score and then you get an overall band score. For example, band 6 means you are a competent user, band 7 means you are a good user, band 8 means you are a very good in English, and most universities need band 6 to 7. Now, let me clear one very common myth. Many students think they need perfect English to clear IELTS. But no, that's not true, and this is completely wrong. You don't need perfect English. You just need clear communication, basic grammar control, and consistent practice. That's it. So here's my final advice. Don't be scared of IELTS. Understand the format first, then practice regularly and stay consistent with it. If you follow the right strategy, IELTS becomes much easier than you think. So, start your journey with Overseas Admit. Now, if you're planning to start your IELTS journey and you need proper guidance, you can connect us at Overseas Admit. We'll help you with complete preparation from beginner to advanced level. Thank you. See you in the next video.